All right, hey guys, you ready to make your first Android app? Let's get right into it. Make sure you reviewed, you have your MIT AI companion app installed on your phone because we're going to use that to watch in real time how our app is flowing, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So, and again, make sure that you have everything installed. So we should now be ready to go. So get fired up to get started to make your very first Animal Sounds app on Android, which you can publish and do whatever you want with. All right, so let's get started. So I'm right here in the browser, and we're going to go to App Inventor. I already have it typed out there, appinventor.mit.edu. Okay, so we're going to type that out, and that's going to take us to the App Inventor website, which is a web app where it's actually going to allow us, and I'm going to show you, going to watch over my shoulder as I design the app and you design it along with me. Okay, so go ahead and get to appinventor.mit.edu. And now there's some other resources here, but we're going to go right into Invent and make sure again that you have your Google ID, of course. So it takes me right into my apps, but I'm going to go back. I have a completed one, but I'm going to start it from scratch. So I have here my projects. So go back to my projects, and what you're going to do now is click new. Okay, click new. And now we're going to type the name of our app. Now keep in mind that there are no dashes or spaces allowed. So I'm just going to type in Animal Sounds app all as in one word. So I'm going to click OK. So now it loads up the new app. Now, in order for this to work, again, you need your MIT companion app, and you need to have Java installed and running on your computer, because we're going to need to this is really key here. Open the blocks editor. You could have a lot of trouble with this, so I wanted to walk you through this. Open the blocks editor. When you do this, what happens is it downloads something. So let's do it right now. I'm going to just show you this because this is key before we even get started. So when you do that, see, it just started downloading this. You could just say, go ahead and keep. If you're on Chrome or whatever you're on, it downloads App Inventor for Android, and it's like a Java file, and it's going to go right on wherever you're on your desktop and your downloads. So you want to make sure you have access to that file. So it's trying to open. Now what you need to do, I'm going to go ahead and move my browser, and I'm going to bring up, this is what was downloaded, App Inventor. So you need to double click that. So I'm going to go ahead and double click that. And it's going to load the blocks editor that you see right here, the blocks editor. And you need that because you're going to be going back and forth between this screen and the blocks editor to tweak the app and code it. Although, the App Inventor will be doing the coding for you, of course. So I'm going to wait for this to load. It takes some time, so give it some time here. So here I am. I'm just going to, let's resize the browser so you can see it. All right. So it loads this other window, all right, and this is the blocks editor. So you're going to be going back and forth between this browser, this window, and then this blocks editor. Now what happens is this interface has all of the the buttons, the palette, everything you need to drag and drop right into your phone here, right into the app. And then the blocks editor does sort of the interaction, the coding, and this is where you tell it, how, what to do when someone presses this button and all the animation. And I'll walk you through that. It's very simple, depending on how advanced you want to get. So just know that you're going to be going back and forth between this and this. Okay, so you have the blocks editor. Now, if you have trouble loading this, review the video where I go through how to install the Java runtime, but you want to make sure you have the Java runtime on running, and that really becomes a problem sometimes on Macs. But so there, in the previous video, you'll see how to have the Java runtime running. So again, don't get confused. What you're going to do is when you click, open the blocks editor, it's going to download an app every single time. It's going to download that file, and you need to open up that file every single time, and then it just runs it almost like an executable file every single time you lose connection or you get back into working on your app. All right, so now I'm going to close this for now, the blocks editor, because we only need that when we get into, the interaction of the app. So I'm going to X out of that. All right, so now let's go back, and now you'll see that this, it was grayed out, and now it's back to, it's clear again. So whenever you want to open it back up, you need to download that file again. All right, so let's get back to this interface.